Hello everybody, welcome on in. I'm Orion. We are back with some more Spell Brigade in their new Endless Mode update. We're going to be running Hardcore, we're going to be running the No Friendly Fire Endless Mode, and we're going to try to fill up a squad here. So let's see if we can get a team. We're going to be running Hot Tea, and his special power is going to be Rune Burst, where we're going to launch 4 rune stones at the same direction. We're going to get extra revive speed, less cooldown, but then more movement speed for all wizards. Pretty good spell overall, I think, and I'm really going to try to power up this one a lot. With Endless Mode, I'm going to try to get all the extra projectiles. We'll get the spiral pattern, or the rotating pattern, whatever it's called, and then we'll just run it from there. Alright, and here we are, back with a teammate. We got Big Boinka, who is going to be running the basic character who gets, I think, the Astral Orb spell. So there's only going to be 2 of us. It's only going to be a duo. We'll see how we can do here. This might be a little tougher with a duo, because I'm not fully maxed out on my meta and all that. But we'll see. Alright, we'll go luck first. I think we'll go pretty heavily into this spell. And then I would like to get some sort of like AoE spell, maybe Solar Pulse or Necro Whirl for my other spell, for my like second spell. We'll see what shows up. I do like that we cannot hurt each other though. That is going to be very helpful here. Okay, let's do that health regeneration, sure. We'll take the legendary right off the gate. I do want to get the spiral attack on this one. I do think that makes it a little bit better, where it shoots in a spiral pattern instead of just in 4 different directions. Makes it a little bit easier to hit the enemies. We're just gonna kind of hang out here and just kite these guys. All right, let's do cooldown on you. I love this strategy, but since we're so close, sometimes I keep thinking his character is my character, and I'm like, oh no, I'm about to get hit. This is so ridiculous. But this is the best strategy for right now, right? Like, this is how we gotta play for right now. We don't have any range. Okay, our next spell. Should I just go like Rocky Road here? Or, no, let's go Falling Stars. Something to give me a little bit more, something that'll hit enemies outside of just right next to me. Rocky Road could have been okay for this though, but long term I think I want to. Okay, now we gotta kind of split up here. I guess we don't really have to split up, but it'll make it easier. I think Big Boink is just gonna follow me around. Yeah, we're gonna have a hard time with the 2 characters we have right now. We're gonna have kind of a hard time killing this big horde that's chasing after us. That might prove to be a little bit difficult here in this early game. Okay, let's do Rune Burst range. Okay, how many more do we need? 4? I know this one up here. Oh, I got that one. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't. Now I did, though. Alright, let's go. We'll go spell damage for Rune Burst. I'm going to try to get augments for this one, too. This is going to be... I think I'm going to try to make this my primary weapon, obviously. Oh, I didn't want to get that hit right before completing this objective. That sucks. Okay, well, we got this one. Your spells cast in a rotating pattern, so that's good. I didn't even have to re-roll for that. So let's go with that. And then we'll try to get more projectiles. Once we get more projectiles, that'll make it way more useful. That'll be the next step in this upgrade evolution. Endless mode for this game is pretty good though. Okay, we'll do armor. It's fun. It's fun running through and getting multiple augments for your abilities when before you can only get, you know, 4 or however many. I think it was 4. You can only get 4, but now you can kind of get an unlimited amount. And so that does make some of this pretty fun. Okay, I don't know if I should be getting too close to this guy anymore. Because I think we're just going to get too big of a swarm if we hang out together. I definitely wouldn't mind getting something like a solar pulse now, too. Something like solar pulse would be kind of good. Okay, let's do rune burst damage. See, now we're just going to bring the hordes to each other, and it's going to make it harder to navigate. Ooh. Let's do the cooldown. Pretty good legendaries already, and I don't really have any luck. I only took 1 or 2 luck upgrades. Alright, let's do base cooldown. Ooh, that should be a good explosion. Yep. Alright, new... Oh, yes. Okay, it's another relatively easy one. So we just need to collect... Okay, we'll do the XP gain. We just need to collect mushrooms. This one and the statue one and the golden beetle, those are the easy ones. I don't really... The whole... When you have to stay in the zone and then when you have to sacrifice enemies in the zones, those ones are a lot harder, I think. Okay, I'll come this way and get all these. And then I'll come back around and go get the other ones. I wish we could have got a full squad, though. We did have, right before I cut back to the game, we did have, I did have 3 people, but then 1 quit. Oh, come on, hurry up and break. Those have too much HP. Oh, I took a hit for that. Okay, your damage is increased by 12% for each teammate. Okay, we're going to take the luck one, though. I like the luck one. Okay, I'm going to try to get this health potion. I want to make sure I have full health when we complete this objective. Okay, you cast an additional projectile. That's exactly what I was looking for. See, the problem with with both of our builds is we don't really have any of like that. We don't really have any of that good spell penetration. You know, we're both really only hitting those guys kind of right in front of us. I know I have falling stars, but that's not really doing too much. That's why something like Necro Whirl would be good, or I know Solar Pulse would kind of do the same thing, but at least it would do a better job at killing all these close range enemies a little quicker. I wish this spell could get penetration, like a penetration upgrade. That might make it too strong though. Alright, let's do the Rune Burst. And then I want to get like lightning. No, ice, acid. Let's go with ice, I guess. See, because look at this huge lump. Like, how do I kill these guys? I don't. That's the problem. I don't kill these guys. At least not yet. One more level and we'll get a new spell. Maybe I should have taken Rocky Road. I think that would have been the better spell, knowing how this game is going so far. Oh, that'll be a good explosion too. There we go. Alright, new spell. Let's get something good here. Ugh. Okay, we'll go with Solar Pulse, I guess. That way I can at least kill these enemies maybe closer to me a little bit quicker. I think I'll go Solar Pulse and Rune Burst as my two main spells here. And new objective. Crush the statues. Statues again, nice. I have good spells for crushing statues, that's for sure. Okay, what do we need? 4 more? Alright, easy peasy. Alright, what are we doing here? Your spell cast and burst. Your stars explode. Let's re-roll this. Okay, you cast an additional projectile. Alright, we'll do spell damage on you then. I mean, maybe this run we kind of level everything up too, instead of just one spell. I don't know. Let's go base cooldown. Alright, I'm getting out of here. The exploders are going to be doing the most DPS for us this run. That's what it seems like to me. Okay, I'm going to do Falling Star cooldown. They added some new enemies too, but unfortunately they're not on this map. They're only on the ice and fire map. I wonder why. Maybe they wanted to keep this map easier or something. It's not like the new enemies are really that difficult though. They just kind of fly around and you just have to dodge them. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Dang it. Alright, let's go spell damage for Rune Burst. I really want to get lightning on this or something. I think that would be... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're starting to run into each other. Move it. We gotta get out of this one. See, I look at when Big Boinka's right on me, I get so confused. It confuses me so much with my movement. Because then I can't tell exactly which run. Oh no, I almost got Big Boinka killed. Okay, what's the next objective? Oh yeah, awesome. We're getting like the good easy ones here. I'm gonna head down though. Okay, we'll do the base damage. I'm not doing... We've been getting a lot of good sort of global upgrades too, but I haven't really been leveling up my spells as much as I would like. Although I guess he only has a 2. He's not doing any really thing different. He has a 2, 6, and a 4. Okay, 10 more. Oh, he found the thing. Let's see. I wonder what would be better. Your armor is increased each time you complete a quest, or your armor is increased by your level. I know we can get to like level 60-ish, 70. This might be better if we do 2 runs though. Let's do that one. I think we'll complete quests more than we'll level up to, because we're only level 20 now. We've already completed 3 or 4 quests. Okay, here's 2 more. Alright, here's the quest. Alright, let's do 1 reroll here and see if we can get additional projectile on Rune Burst. Oh, that's gonna be another good explosion. There we go, look at that. Okay, we'll do spell cooldown. Yeah, if only this spell had a little bit of penetration, this would be so much better. I really need to get this infused with some sort of... Now that we have ice, I definitely need to get... Again, I prefer lightning, but some sort of damage too. Alright, we'll go spell range. And like most of our runs too, we'll probably just do, if we can get there, we'll probably just do 2 full clears, because that usually gets me at a little over like an hour for this run. That's assuming we're gonna get there though. I don't really know if we're gonna be strong enough to get 2 full clears here. Oh, this is gonna be a good explosion again too. Let's see if we can get this. Just chain them all. Okay, we'll do that dodge. Have we not seen one magnet yet either this whole time? I feel like we haven't seen one magnet. Okay, then our last one. Let's go Necro Whirl here. Scepter Mesh maybe, but Scepter Mesh you really need to put upgrades into. You need augments into if you want that one to be your main spell. Otherwise, I don't think it works as well. But it's really good. But it's like you need the extra... You need to get the extra fences, and then you need to get the one where it chains them all together. There's a lot you need to do to make that one really powerful. Oh no, don't get hit. Okay, the boss is gonna show up here kind of soonish. I wonder how many different projectiles we can get on this rune burst too. Is it unlimited? I doubt it is, but... Alright, let's do... I'm gonna kind of shift over to Necro Whirl a little bit. Uh-oh. Alright, we'll do luck. Alright, now we gotta deal with the boss. Okay, we'll obviously do that cooldown. Let's see how we do with this. This is gonna be... Ooh! This is gonna be interesting. Alright, we'll do spell range. Oh, did my partner quit? Did he die? I didn't even see. Well, now I'm soloing this. let's get our final augment, and then let's do white lightning. Alright, well, we're running this solo now. Okay, let's go. Okay, I need to get out of this little area, get somewhere a little bit more open space. I didn't even pay attention though if my teammate died, so if he did, that's I guess kind of on me. No, I wanted to get that magnet. Okay, let's do base critical damage. Let's do necro roll size. Man, only 2 level ups. Okay, now we're gonna do a little more here. Alright, let's do necro spell size. Once I get through this, the amount of mobs will slow down a little bit, but I am gonna have to clear them out first. That's gonna be the only problem. I do have to clear the mobs out. You know what? We're gonna get them, huh? Let's go. Yeah! Awesome. Hardcore. Sort of solo. Sort of solo. Okay. So now we're gonna have to clear these guys out though, and then it'll slow back down for us. Then it'll do like a refresh, get a little bit easier, and then it'll ramp up again. So we'll see what we can do solo now. I'm sorry, teammate, if you died and I did not revive you. I was so focused on fighting the boss. Okay, let's go Necro World. See, so now we're not getting really the hard enemy spawns right now. So it's a little bit more chill. Let's go more Rune Burst. Should I be doing burst too? I feel like, I don't know if burst is better. Is burst better than just constantly firing like this? Maybe I'll try it if it shows up in the augments. Alright, let's go Necro Whirl. Okay, so now we kind of cleared out the remaining mobs from the first wave. Okay, let's do, yeah, we'll do Necro Whirl, and let's get like acid or something. We'll do acid on you. Okay, complete the sack. Okay, at least we got this quest right at... At least we got this quest right at the beginning when it's a little easier. I would hate to have to do this quest late game. Because right now it should be relatively easy. I hope. I think our damage output is relatively decent right now. See, and good thing I didn't take that upgrade where I get extra damage per teammates next to me. I kind of thought about it, but then there was only, you know, there was only one teammate, so it didn't really seem like it would have been worth it either way, because I would have had to sap by him the whole time. Alright, let's do the additional projectile. I'm just going to keep doing projectiles. As long as they show up, I'm just going to keep doing them. Because I don't know if there's a cap to those kind of upgrades. Okay, we'll do the cooldown. Let's do Necro Whirl. So yeah, I think at this point I'm gonna be pretty much fully committed to Rune Burst, and then we'll kind of use everything else as more supplement. Like I'll kind of try to level it up and see if I can just get it for you know, their infusions, because the infusions would be nice to get, you know, either more frozen or fire, just something to provide a little bit of extra damage. Acid to drop their armor. There probably should be some chests around here too. Let's actually go look for the chests. Unless they reset. But I don't think I got the chest when the boss showed up, so there may or may not be another one around here. I don't want to get too far from the enemies though, because I don't want them to horde up. Alright, let's go spell damage Rune Burst. Oh! Looked away for like, I literally looked away for like a second there. I wouldn't mind. I have a little bit of health regeneration, but I guess a little bit more wouldn't be too bad. Okay, what's the next objective? Crush the statues. Okay, that's a good one here. If I can find a statue. I've already see it. Look, I've already crushed 2. Okay, and I don't know. Oh, no, that's a statue. I don't know if there is a chest anywhere. That's the good thing about falling stars. It'll just kind of kill everything. Okay, we'll do the Necro World there. Alright, where are all the statues? One more. All right. Let's re-roll. Let's do one re-roll. Okay, we'll do the falling stars. I'm not sure if there's. I wonder if I don't know if we've maxed out on projectiles yet. I don't know if there's max. I think there are maxes. I wish there wasn't, but I think there is. Okay, let's go Rune Burst. We're getting good Rune Burst upgrades here, though. Rune Burst is going to be pretty strong. Yeah, there's gotta be chests. I think there's, unless maybe they stopped dropping. I can't remember if that was a thing or not. Did the chests stop dropping after wave 1? Because they might have, unless I just really haven't seen any. Oh no, here it is, top corner. Okay, let's do. We heal every time your damage is increased. For every armor you have. No, that might make us too slow. I wonder. I'm gonna do the extra armor on this one though, per level. So now we're gonna have a ton of armor. Maybe we look, because what do I have? 225 armor? That seems like a lot. Because now I'm gonna have armor per my level and per my quests. So I wonder if I wonder how slow that would actually make me. Okay, if I see the Rune Burst upgrade, I'll try that. I don't know if it's better or worse. Maybe if I have a high level and it has a high cooldown, maybe it's better. Oh no, how to... Dang it. Okay, let's go... Guess we'll go Solar Pulse there. I could really use an augment on Soul, or not an augment, an infusion on Solar Pulse here too. Some sort of either acid or frozen ice. Because this one does hit a lot of enemies. And it would be helpful to have all the enemies near me weak. Okay, let's do spell damage. seal the rift? Let's go solar pulse for a little bit here. If there's no other options, really. Okay, where's the... Oh, the rift is down here. Not a big fan of this one. Hopefully I'm... hopefully I'm strong enough to kind of keep up with the DPS here, but I don't know. I mean, luckily I'm slowing everything, so I think we're just gonna get this pretty easily. Yeah. Alright, let's do the Solar Pulse Legendary, and then where's my Augment? Cast an additional whirl. Okay, I'm gonna do a reroll here. Okay, let's do the Rune Burst first. Honestly, it doesn't really seem that much different. I can tell it's bursting, but it just seems to be non-stop anyways. Don't get stuck in there. Alright, we'll do Necro Whirl. I do wish you could kind of keep augmenting the same spells over and over, though, instead of only having a certain amount of augments. Okay, we'll go spell size on you. Right, if I could get 10 extra projectiles on this rune burst, that would be so awesome. But I understand why there's a max. It's just something that I thought would be cool. Like, oh, let's just keep getting projectile after projectile after projectile added on this thing. So I don't really know what spell I want to really focus on augmenting next. Let's do spell size for Necro Whirl. No, I shouldn't have went that way. I thought I could cut in right there, but by the time I committed, it was too late. Okay, well, we'll definitely do the legendary Necro Whirl. Okay, we'll do the Necro Whirl again, and then let's get Acid and Lightning, or double Acid. Let's go Acid Lightning. I got stuck literally right here on this one little thing right here. Look how you just get stuck on that. That one little piece that sticks out. Okay, we'll do Legendary Solar. And we'll do... No, I can't re-roll these. I guess we could do the Necro Whirl. Okay, crush the statues. This should be another easy one for us. I feel like we're really strong right now. I definitely feel pretty powerful. Let's get a little bit more health here. Okay, we could do... Ooh. We'll do the spell size. I like this Necro World. That looks pretty cool with sort of the lightning and acid. Like, that looks like a pretty cool spell effect. Okay, I just need 3 more. I need 4 more. Oh no. Wait, where did I get those other ones at? Okay, let's do... Oh yeah, we can get more projectiles. Man, but I really want to get this Necro World now. Alright, we're committed to Rune Burst, so... I wasn't sure that I could get more projectiles, but that's gonna be kind of the theme for the run, you know, like just fully upgrade it, Rune Burst dominates hardcore mode solo. Like that's kind of what I was going for here, so I wanted to keep going with that. As much as I would love to get that extra Necro World, because that would have been sweet. Alright, let's do Rune Burst damage. Man, look at this. We're just dominating now. Alright, we'll go Rune Burst again. Yeah, I was making sure that this was hardcore because I was gonna be like, this doesn't seem like it's too hard right now. This is definitely one of the most powerful I've felt kind of playing this game in a while. Let's do... Alright, we'll do the spell cooldown on Necro World. Maybe we'll just call this build Necro Burst. You know, we're slowing them, and then they're just sitting there in our... Okay, I'll do the 400 HP. We slow them, and then they just sit there in our acid and our Necro Whirl, I forget what it's called. With lightning and acid. Okay, let's do cooldown. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll kind of shift over to like a Necro Burst build. Because I like this duo right now. Okay, let's do that XP gain. We're going to need XP gain because it's going to get hard to level up here. Let's do... Yeah, I've just been so caught up, hung up there. Okay, let's do... Alright, we'll do that solar pulse. Then let's try to get ice. No? Okay, let's do the acid. Let's look for chests, because I don't know if chests are still spawning. Because I know we saw that last one, but that might have just been a leftover from the boss fight. Let's take a look around, because I haven't been looking around. I've been so caught up. And I mean, I actually don't think that was a bad strategy doing what I was doing, just sitting there and kind of farming XP and killing everything, because you're doing a really good job at that. And I wasn't really putting myself in any danger. But if there's extra chests out there, I probably should get them. Especially if I can get the one that gives me extra damage for armor I have. Maybe we try that. Okay, so now we got the boss fight though. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna see another chest here. Okay, let's kind of get into a little safer area and then we'll start draining this boss down. Oh my goodness. Ooh. A lot of stuff to dodge here. Alright, I might have to clear this out a little bit and wait for them to catch up. Okay, maybe we'll do... I think we'll do one more run here. Let's go. We can go a third wave. Awesome. Let's go 3 waves. I know I said 2 at the beginning, but let's go 3 because this is feeling really good right now. We're 100% done at 3 though. Once we get to 3, I'm donezo. I want to get that, but I don't think I can I? Too many of them. Nope, we got it. Alright, let's go XP gain. Spell size. Rune burst. See, we almost have 2 Necro Whirls anyways with our cooldown reduction. I'm gonna save that magnet because I just got one. Okay, let's go Necro Whirl. Oh, 2 magnets. All right. Well, we'll just get it. There's not gonna be any XP though. Okay, so for this wave, we're gonna try to get. I'm gonna try to get extra Necro Whirls here. That's definitely the way to go. Another magnet, huh? The magnets seem to drop often later in the game. It's gonna, the only thing I don't necessarily like about, I guess, this reset is kind of what I'm feeling now, is it is a little too slow, you know? Maybe they could spawn more enemies here when they sort of reset the area. You know, I know they make them a little bit harder. They basically just have more health and they do more damage. But maybe they could increase the spawn rate a little bit faster to kind of speed up the game a little bit. Okay, so we're going for extra Necro World here. Might be hard to see, but hopefully we'll get it. Okay, so there's converts to healing. Let's re-roll. Okay, the spell moves, no. We're gonna have to do another re-roll here. Yes. Okay. That was a doozy, but... this is good. I'm very satisfied with how this is going. I think, okay, so I know we've kind of shifted a few times here, but for now, I think we're just gonna level up these two spells. I don't think because this is like I said, once I get to 3 clears, we're gonna call it a day. It's been over an hour. This will be about an hour and a half video, which is kind of the max length I like to do for these, even though sometimes we go over. But I do think, okay, well, we'll do that because that's the only one that showed up, and then we'll do lightning. I don't think I need more ice. But this is an insanely good build. It definitely started out slow, but once we got Rune Burst going, once we got all the extra projectiles and rotating and all that, then it turns into a really strong spell. Then between Necro Whirl and Solar Pulse and whatever our Falling Stars is doing. Okay, did we determine that there's no more chests in the game? Because I feel like I've run around a lot and never saw any. Let's do that while the game is a little bit slow right now. We'll go check all the corners of the map. Yeah, I don't think there are. I don't think any more chests spawn. Wonder if they do only spawn for that the first cycle, and then afterwards they don't. But I think we just look through the whole map, unless I'm blind. Get our new objective, complete the sacrifice. Okay, this one should be pretty easy again. And then we'll try to get another Necro World. We have full health again, which is actually pretty sweet. I wasn't sure we were gonna get full health. You know, am I too strong? Am I not? Are enemies not even getting in here anymore? Should probably, I guess, stand outside the circle so they can kind of get inside a little bit more. Oh no, what hit me? Shoot. No, that was horrible timing on that hit. Dang, because that's gonna cost me, it's gonna cost me a reroll here. Alright, we got one reroll then. Yes! Let's go! It still showed up. Love it. Alright. That was clutch. Oh no, that wasn't clutch though. I didn't think that guy hit me. Oh well. Okay, so we're gonna, again, we'll finish this wave and then we're gonna call it. I still think we'll be able to complete it. I don't think this is, I think we can still out DPS these guys. Okay, let's go. Burst. I'll prioritize Rune Burst over Necro Whirl, and then I'll prioritize Necro Whirl over everything else. That's kind of the pattern we'll go here. I wonder at what point it'll become too hard though. Because the enemies never will really get harder, you know? They just get more HP and more damage. So at some point it seems like they would out-level you eventually, you know? Alright, we'll just do the spell range. Just get you higher level. Because at some point you're just gonna, I'm just gonna slow down a ton on leveling. Obviously, it's already starting to happen, but not like super fast. I guess we still level up kind of decent, but once they reset and they get stronger, I wonder like what their level scaling is or whatever you want to call it. All right, we'll do spell damage. But as of right now, my DPS is still keeping up with their growth. And then really, as long as you don't get hit, then you're fine. It doesn't matter how much damage they do if they can't hit you. Alright, like I said, let's prioritize Necro Whirl over everything else, and then Rune Burst over Necro Whirl. Seal the rift. Oh, that should be easy. We are getting the harder ones this time, but luckily it really hasn't been too hard. Let's see if we can get another Necro Whirl. Yes. I don't know why. I was just seeing how long I could hold still, and then just all of a sudden I see that one projectile come in and hit me. I can't believe how strong we are, actually. Let's do Rune Burst over Necro Roll. I'm not gonna do any of the global stuff anymore. We're just gonna go all in, just unless it's a good legendary or something, but I'm just gonna go, let's just max out our spells, get these as high level as we can. Honestly, the XP gains don't seem to slow down as much as I thought they would. It almost seems like it's a set amount every time. Okay, let's do Necro Roll. I mean, maybe also there's just a ton of XP on the ground too. Ooh, gotta watch out for those explosions, though. Alright, Rune Burst range. Spell duration. Kinda want to do the duration. I know the range doesn't seem to make as much sense anymore on this. On the Rune Burst. Ooh, hate that hit. Of course, right before an objective again. To get to a safe spot. I barely got any movement speed this run either. Not that it matters, but... Okay, crush the statues, another easy one. We'll do this probably pretty quick. And then I think that's the last one, right? Alright, Rune Burst. Oh good, there's a health. Alright, there we go. That was the last one. So now what are we getting here? Additional projectile, yeah. So we can kind of just get... I wonder if you can kind of get unlimited projectiles. But that was it. That was our last augment. Honestly, I'm gonna try it. Well, I guess with the amount of damage they do, they should be able to kill me relatively quickly. But I'm just gonna run into the mobs and see how long it takes. But I think it'll be I think it'll be quick, because they'll probably, you know, they can two-shot you pretty much. Yeah, I need another magnet, though. There's a ton of XP sitting here. We'll just go critical chance, whatever will make our rune burst and necro stronger. Since there were no options there, and I don't want to re-roll because we're still sitting on that extra 10 luck or however much it is. Where's a magnet? Definitely been a while since we saw one. That'd be cool if Necro World kept its size, because it does sort of break up into smaller ones, and it's definitely, if you combine them all, I mean, it's definitely a much larger area. But when it's only shooting one Necro World, you know, it just creates one large one. It'd be sweet if it kept its original size. See, like, watch, see, like, it just casts one larger one. And then the more it casts, kind of the smaller they get. I'm curious if there's magnets somewhere that I just haven't been exploring and the game refuses to drop more magnets. That's why I haven't seen one in a while. Let's go look around. But I feel like I've been keeping up in that middle area for most of the game. Because really, I don't think I've seen a magnet this whole drop, this whole time, this wave. Alright, well, let's dominate this boss and call it a day. Oh! I got a little too close. A little too close. I guess that's the issue. I mean, everything can kind of one-shot me here. Let's go. Guess we'll do solar pulse. They definitely need new bosses too. That's got to be a big thing coming here. Let's get more bosses in this game, more mini bosses. more elites, those kind of things. This boss is super bland, you know. He's really boring. He doesn't do anything besides chase after you and drop a pillar every once in a while. So there definitely needs to be some variety here with the boss, or at least give him some new attacks. Give him a jump attack. Something where he just attacks straight in front of you and you need to move out of the way. I don't know. Something a little more challenging than just what he does right now. Alright, and there he goes. Nope, not yet. Alright, well there it is. Wow. 3 waves cleared. Alright, let's get out of here. We're done, so. That was an incredibly powerful run. That was so strong. Alright, let's do... Oh, I don't know why I picked that one. That was like the worst pick. Alright, oh, I got one shot there. 2,400 damage. That's crazy. Okay, ooh. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Battle ready. So we got the new outfit. Okay, let's check like our damage here. 20 million rune burst. 8.5 million necro whirl. That actually did less than I thought it would do. But I guess it did take us it took us longer to build that up. But 20 million. And then 8.5, 3.5, 1.4. But that's fine. These are really, really low level spells. That was a super good run though. Rune Burst and Necro Whirl. That was a pretty cool combo. Even if we weren't doing a ton of damage, you know, putting the lightning, the acid, and then using this to sort of increase our damage. So good run. Rune Burst, Necro Whirl, crazy. And it did look like we can get sort of unlimited projectiles too, because I think I got like maybe 6 extra projectiles on this. And then this one we at least got 2. But there we go. That is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.